Welcome to a brand new episode of TVGP's We Roguelike It. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpear.
Hello.
We're here for our fourth and final week of City of Beats. Moon, how was your time in the city? The rainiest
So I will
city.
be completely honest. I did not get a chance to play the game at all this week.
Okay.
You'll hear about this more on the main show, or on the Outcast. Probably, my neck issues have been flaring up again, probably because of temperature-wise,
Sure.
which has resulted in me having a neck-based migraine
The best
for
kind.
a week and a half at this point.
Great. Great, great, great.
Uh-huh. So
Um,
yeah, not a whole lot of gaming was done by myself.
I, so I tried two things playing this week. First one was I, tried that last weapon, the one that said it's a combination of a flamethrower and a grenade launcher. And
Okay.
yes, that is true. So the primary fire for the gun just kind of lobs in a shallow arc, just a fireball. And the very first
Okay.
upgrade I picked up for it, when it lands, it splits into a couple of smaller pieces. That was really strong. That was incredibly solid. And the power shot, whatever the alternate fire is that I never remember the name of, is just a
That's the
flamethrower.
rocket launcher version.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Just shoots out fire out of it. What's really great though is when you use your supercharge, the right bumper ability, it turns the flame blue, which is really good. And that was pretty strong. I like that gun a lot, but I think the kind of like arcing and travel time on each shot for me was a little bit frustrating of like, especially because I like the Link gun so much, that acid laser gun, where that does a
Mhm.
better job of tracking enemies. So you kind of, as long as you get close-ish to the enemy, is it has tracking but has a shorter range. Um, Having this kind of travel time and having a splash area felt really strong, but a little bit like a weapon type that doesn't really click with me. Um,
Mhm.
so I did, I think, a run with that and thought, okay, this is a really good gun. It also does burning damage, like the Link gun does acid damage. So
Interesting.
a lot of times you can hit an
I-
enemy
I-
with the shield and burn them through the shield, which is great. Um,
So is the burning one more effective against the acid enemies and vice versa at
didn't
all,
seem
or
like
is it
it.
just okay?
As far as I could tell, it didn't seem. Or if it was maybe like I wasn't doing like 26 damage and now I'm doing 80. It maybe is like 26 to 28 or something. So it wasn't
Hmm.
a huge difference there. Um, and then I tried challenge 2, which I got the number of challenges wrong last week. It's 8 challenges instead of 10. Um, Challenge 1, if we remember, enemies did 20% more damage and had 6% more health. And like you couldn't see where the nodes, what the nodes were that you're moving on the map. It had lightning strikes. It had a bunch of other effects on top of it. And you got, I think it was 4% or 6% more of the green and purple currency. So I thought, okay, let's try challenge mode 2. Challenge mode 1 was hard, but not impossible, especially with all the upgrades that I have right now. Um, the thing I was worried about, which thankfully didn't come true, was the negative modifiers from challenge 1 don't carry over into challenge 2. So it's not like here you have these
Okay.
3 and now you have 3 more. There's just 3 different ones. Um, the The 3 modifiers are enemies deal 40% more damage and have 12% more
Fun.
hit points, which is bad on its own, but the two things that made it feel virtually impossible are the other two negative modifiers. One is I'm just going to read them straight here from the screenshot. Projectiles from standard shooter enemies now pull towards you. So if you've ever seen the movie Wanted, that's what the bullets do now. And
Yep.
by pull towards you, it's not like it sort of gently aims towards you. They're just hooking right towards your body, which would be bad by itself. The last modifier is you start combat encounters with 0 shields. Every single combat encounter, you start with 0 shields.
That sounds like it should be fun.
Yeah, it really wasn't. I tried it twice, and I got halfway through the second zone and just got destroyed. Because basically, when you don't have any shields, for anyone that isn't playing, you are taking direct health damage, which is really hard to heal regularly. And when you get into the second zone, when you don't have shields, the poison damage starts hitting you immediately. So
Yep.
after every zone, because the bullets are like homing in on me, which all of the bullets in the second zone are all poison bullets, I'm now getting poisoned nearly every battle for the majority of the battle. So I'm starting like the second zone with maybe 300 health out of my 360 health, or whatever my total health was. It's around there. And after the first battle, I've lost 30 health. And after the next battle, I lost 20 more. And like that health is just getting chunked down, not by enemy damage, but by poison damage. So by the time I'm halfway through, I'm not even fighting the mini boss, because that's just a death sentence. Halfway through a boss fight, I just disintegrate because poison damage has finally taken me over. So like that was the point where I was like, all right, I think I've kind of, as much as I enjoy this game, which is quite a bit, I think
You hit
that's
the wall.
yeah.
It's
Like
also shorter though. It's shorter than a lot of our current roguelikes. Like,
yeah,
look at the things we play, like Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. I'm still chipping away at
you
the
can play that for
achievements on
months.
that. Like Hades
Yeah.
1, I'm still chipping away at that. The fact that this is a shorter game, I don't think is a bad thing.
No, and also like I'm really trying to be cognizant of when I hit that limit with a game, where it's sort of like I have seen what I am happy with, or I've had an experience with a game that I'm happy with. Have I gotten the platinum, or have I gotten all the achievements, or have I gotten 1,000 gamer score? Maybe not, but I don't care. Or some games it's like, well, I didn't really beat it, or maybe I didn't beat it to the level that I would be happy with. Like Hades 2, I didn't do the second path, not to spoil it for anybody at home, because we're not talking about Hades 2, but like I didn't complete that other path in the game. And I'm okay with that. Like that's fine. I enjoyed the experience I had, and I think going through challenge 2 in this game is sort of like, I appreciate there is an even more difficult version of this incredibly difficult game, which the difficulty in this game, the layers of it keep getting peeled back the more you go through that upgrade tree, which is how it should be. Like I did half of a run on just the normal mode. I'm just cooking through that mode now. Like all the upgrades I have, I am not unstoppable, because that's not the type of game this is, but like I am really motoring through the normal version of the game, which is how it should be when you're investing in the meta progression stuff. But I think I think that level of difficulty was sort of like, that's beyond what I'm looking for out of this game. So I feel pretty happy with everything I saw in this game, and knowing like I'm sure if I have maxed out the meta progression investment for the green stuff and the purple stuff, those runs would probably be more manageable. Or if I had like reset some of the skill trees, or the like green skill trees, and maybe invested more in shields or whatever, that might have been something that would have mitigated it. But I think that's past the experience that I want with this game. So I still liked this game quite a bit. But it's definitely one of those ones that, like, we play some games where we're like, man, it's only been a month. I'm kind of not ready to move on from this game. Like, I'm not ready to say goodbye. And there are some months, like with this game, where it's like, I had a good experience. Like, I feel satisfied with the amount of game I played on this. I'm ready to move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Again, it's not a bad game.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel happy with what I played. So that was the majority of what I beat my head against this week was Challenge 2, and sort of like, that's not for me. I'm okay. All right, well, that concludes our coverage of City of Beats. Again, the scientists will be here next week to figure out where it fits in the list of the greatest roguelikes of all time over at weroguelikeit.com. We'll do all the science next week. Sorry, they will do all the science next week. So tune in for that. If you haven't played it, you should check it out. It's only a couple of bucks. If you have played it, this game still doesn't have a lot of reviews. When I went to go review it on Steam, it had 66 reviews, and it came out in 2023. So if you have played this and you've enjoyed it, please go at least give I recommend it on Steam. And if you can leave a short review, that really does help. I'm not a developer, but all the developers say that really does help discovery and all of that stuff, to say, like, hey, this game is getting reviews and the reviews are positive. So again, if you can pitch in a couple of minutes of time to say, I really like this gun, or this game, I love this gun, this game had great music, etc., etc. So please go do that.
Yeah.
Before we go, let's talk about our next game here, because we picked it out a couple of weeks ago, and I remembered to talk about it before the scientists are here. And you'll probably want a little bit of a head start with this game anyways. We are going to visit a true classic of the genre that we have not yet checked out on the show. We're going to check out FTL, Faster Than Light, a game that, if you're listening to this, you've probably played before. And if you haven't, you should play along with us, because it's a requirement. It's required playing. Like, you should. It's one of the tent poles of the genre here. So we're going to spend the next month after next week's episode playing FTL Faster Than Light. I hope you will join us not only for playing that game together, I hope you'll join us next run. Bye.
Bye.